Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. Hey, it's the Empire, Boxing Empire, Boxing for Boxing. Now, my boy AB, man, he announces his fight, man, and he says he's gonna fight Ivan Redchick in January. And this is a really big deal because if you didn't know, man, Ivan Redchick, the guy is a solid fighter. His marquee win is Devin Alexander, man. He stopped Devin Alexander in spectacular fashion, man, by KO. And the fight after that, he managed to get a fight with Danny Garcia. And while he didn't get stopped by Danny Garcia got UD, right? The guy had a chin. He was able to weather the storm, and he was able to take Danny Garcia's power, which is saying a lot, right? There's a lot of fighters who Danny Garcia fought, and they couldn't be stopped. Or they were stopped, like Adrien Granados. And this is a really big deal because Adrien Granados was stopped, and he got beat really bad against Danny Garcia. And this fight with Adrien Broner, if Ivan Redchick can take the shots and the power of Danny Garcia, can he take the power of Adrien the Problem Broner? We're gonna see, man. This is a really big deal, man. I'm really excited to see AB come back. AB was talking about how, yeah, man, he needed to take a break from boxing, how boxing's an all year round sport. There's no really breaks, and how, you know, he's going to get back in the ring, and he's more excited than ever to get back in the ring. Now, this is a really big deal, man. I was watching AB, man. Really cool stuff. I'll link it in the description. But Adrien Broner was talking about how he's still a small fighter and how he's really a natural 135 fighter, and he has to eat his way up to get to higher weight classes, such as the 140 weight class and the 147 weight class. You know, the interviewer asked him, can he still make 130? He said, yeah, I can make that class. That's my natural weight. I have to eat up and have higher portions to get to bigger weight classes. AB, man, he's not the kind of guy to eat, you know, salad every day. So the guy wants to enjoy his food a little more. So he's going to fight at the bigger weight classes, the 140s and the 147s. In my opinion, AB, he should fight at the, because he's still young. He's only 31 years old. He should get all the advantages he can and fight at 135. I think that's the best weight class for him. He'll be a bigger, stronger fighter out there. He'll be just more, I think he's more athletic in that weight class as well. The more weight he puts on, it seems like the more tentative he gets to let his hands go. So yeah, man, we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out, man. AB talking about coming back. One thing that people criticize Adrien Broner for doing is rapping on his way up to the top. He was rapping and boxing at the same time, and they said he wasn't focused on boxing. But sometimes people gotta think of the sport after the fact. And AB said he's gonna drop a rap album sometime, but he didn't give a specific date. So this is a really big deal because he works with my boy Rick, the biggest boss Ross, and he said he's getting help from the guy, and there's a lot of features on his album. So it's gonna be a really big deal, man. It's gonna catapult Adrien Broner's name, because that's basically like having a promotional company in a different way, right? Reaching a different demographic, which is the rap industry. And you know, with that being said, you know, Broner, while he's fighting on PBC and Showtime, a lot of his fights, you know, especially his beginning fights, I'm pretty sure Ivan Redchick versus AB is going to be a free fight on Fox, most likely. That being said, the more visual and the more open Adrien Broner is with his rap career, the more he's out there, the more people are talking about him, the more people are going to watch him. That's just a fact, right? So Adrien Broner's been bringing value to his name. He's just been doing it outside of the sport of boxing, which is a good thing. Broner says he wants big fights, and he's going to get these big fights. But for now, he's getting his feet wet, because a 2-year layoff is a long time, and you need to get your feet wet before you start trying to fight these big names. So yeah, man, I think this Ivan Redchick fight is a great fight for him. Redchick has a solid chin, and AB, man, he's coming back again. And you know, it was wild because he was talking about he wouldn't come back unless he gets that $10 million. And it seems as though Showtime and Espinoza and Al Heyman they're coughing that money up, because the interviewer asks, hey man, is this a multiple fight thing or is this a single fight thing, this $10 million? He's like, nah man, it's a single fight thing, because it only goes up from there. You got to renegotiate. After I get the first win, it goes up from there, which is all facts. You know, in boxing, the more wins you get, the more you start elevating your career, the more money you should be getting. You know, a fight by fight basis. That's the way to do it. You shouldn't be signing no 10-year or anything. You know, those long contracts are just not, you know, you have more negotiation when you're doing fight by fight basis than you signing a large sum deal, because you're looking at the immediate money instead of the future money, right? It's like investing in a stock market. You don't invest for what the stock is worth now. You invest for what the stock will be in the future. And with having a fight by fight basis, you can always reevaluate yourself at a higher price, especially if you're beating these fighters at a spectacular fashion. And Adrien Broner, you know, one thing that's so eccentric and that's so exciting about the guy is not only does he beat his opponents when he looks spectacular, he does it having fun and styling on a guy. The guy's dancing around the ring, he's smacking around, he's playing around with them, he's talking to the commentators saying, nah man, I got this, you know, this silly stuff, you know. And so it just shows the level of Adrien Broner to be so hyper aware of not just his opponent but everything around him. So, you know, yeah, like I said, man, Adrien Broner, especially in his prime, was not only was he beating guys, he was doing it and being interactive with everyone around him, such as the commentators and etc. So, yeah, man, I miss Adrien Broner, man. He's been one thing missing from the sport of boxing. Really exciting fighter. You know, no one has really took the mantle of Adrien Broner and his hype all these years. There's never been anyone hyped like him in all these years. There's been fighters who've been talented, there's been fighters who've been skilled, but not to the level of Adrien Broner, you know. So I'm really excited to see the guy come back, man. I think it's gonna be fireworks. It's gonna be most likely a free first fight, and all eyes are gonna be on AB. You know, they got an album with Tupac saying all eyes on me. Now it's gonna be all eyes on AB. Let me know how you guys feel about it though, man. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geobots Empire. Peace.